Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Ain't your birthday over here, bro.
All right. Bring down the levels. All right. Silence. All right. Shut up. Welcome to the first episode of the Rebel Rouser Podcast. My name is Jameson Copeland. I run Frustrated Gamer on www.justin.tv/magishine. With us, we also have Jeremy, who is www.justin.tv/JeremyX103.
Yo!
We also have with us Randy, who is wow, I just fucked that up. Who is over at www.justin.tv/TheFuryX.
Yes, I am the Fury.
And we also have with us Anthony, who is over at www.justin.tv/What'sATauntaun.
Via conference call.
Via conference call.
What up?
He's in the other room.
He's our field correspondent.
This is going to be our bi-weekly podcast right now. Right now, we're just going to do this every couple weeks, kind of do what we do on the broadcast, just a little bit different, a little bit more formatted, a little bit more roundtable discussion, because we have discussions on the broadcast all the time. It's just never formatted. And did someone just drop? Oh no, that was it says hold on, Anthony. Okay. Anyways.
You're not supposed to read it. That's why we have that there.
Okay. But this is basically going to be... No, you won't have... This will be totally free on iTunes once we get it up on iTunes. For the time being, it's going to be hosted on www.rebelrouserpodcast.blogspot.com. You can find those links to us on our actual blog spot, which is www.rebelrousernetwork.blogspot.com. And always don't forget to check out the forums as well, which is www.rebelrousernetwork.freeforums.org. So this will we'll record every Thursday night. Hopefully, it'll go up Friday evening. That way, we have time to go through and edit it, cut out the bullshit, add in the musical introduction.
The horse shit.
Yeah, all the horse shit we're talking about.
Cut out the bullshit, but then add in the horse shit because horses are cooler than bulls.
Just
Let him talk.
Okay, so since this is our first podcast, I wanted to give a little bit of background on how this all got started. How it got started, funny enough, was Randy and Anthony both had a team for the 4-player Left 4 Dead tournament, which they named the Rebel Rousers.
Team Rebel Rouser, my friend. Team Rebel Rouser.
Team Rebel Rouser. Same fucking difference.
Don't have that. Anyways, continue.
But anyways, we had someone drop out. I ended up joining the team about, was it the second to last round? I think it was going against Heath Ledger Power Hour, which was Jeremy's team.
Yay!
Which is how we all got to know Jeremy. Which Jeremy's awesome.
Because we kicked his team's ass.
We kicked his team's ass, and so he's just like, okay, I want to be your friends now.
Every last other person on my team was absolutely pissed.
Yeah, really.
Especially fucking Uber Ryan.
But we ended up losing the tournament, sadly. Don't want to really go into the details.
Hey, we got second place.
That's right.
I call shenanigans because you lost the tournament against the one who coordinated the tournament.
Well, yeah, I kind of thought that myself. And I'm not even going to go into details, but I swear to God they were glitching shots. Because I was getting shot like 2 times in a row with when I shouldn't have been, so... But
they were grabbing bullets in midair and throwing them in opposite directions.
It was crazy.
They were being Neo in the game.
We took that whole idea and changed it into a network on JTV, which, of course, a lot of you know what JTV is if you're listening to this right now, because that's the only way you could have found out about us. So we turned that into a network. We invited Jeremy. We kicked out someone else that we had already kind of started it with, and the 4 of us eventually got to the point where we were all broadcasting, and I thought, well, hell, if we're broadcasting and doing this, every night together, broadcasting all at the same time, why not just go ahead and turn it into a podcast and websites and stuff like that? So I took a little bit of my spare time with help from Jeremy and Randy and Anthony, for ideas from them, and this is what, came to be. This is our first podcast ever, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
We're proud parents of this baby.
Very proud parents of the baby.
The world.
After this, the world. Yes, Pinky. Tomorrow.
You kids, keep it down.
And as always, we have our angry neighbor. All right.
Sorry, Mr. Fletcher, we'll keep it down.
I figured since we can't recap the last podcast, I'd do an introduction of how this all got started. So we can go ahead and move on. We've got a lot of different segments set up for the show, which I hope you guys will have fun watching because we're going to joke around the whole freaking time while doing this.
Hey, wait a second, you're a Tauntaun, not a Wookiee.
Yeah,
Oh.
like when did you change? Freaking nerd.
I don't know what sound do they make?
I don't know what they sound like, but I know that I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
I thought Tauntauns were supposed to go.
Well, according to Robot Chicken, that's what they do in the elevator with George Lucas. Just. Okay. Anyways, gonna move on to our first segment, which is called the Week in Review. It's sort of a little recap of something that we thought was kind of interesting in the gaming industry that really, took us, by interest, and we ended up reading through it and checking out some stuff. Since I've got two of them, I'll go last. I'll go for Anthony as well, since he couldn't get his together because he's a freaking punk.
You can't get it down. No, but I don't know. There is a XP event on the MMO that I play, so
If you
I don't
come
know.
up, if you come up with
Past week.
something before it's technically would be your turn to do it, go ahead and let us know
Or
about
something.
it. Yeah. It didn't even have to
Okay.
be anything serious, but if you happen to run across something while we're doing it, go ahead. So we're going to go ahead and start off with coin. I'll just fucking coin toss it between Randy and Jeremy.
Oh,
Hey,
Sam.
Jeremy.
Who's got heads? Who's got tails?
I call heads.
I get
call
hit
heads?
24/7.
Oh,
I call heads.
Randy already called it before you.
Ah.
It's tails anyway.
so he gets head for the first
I'm
time
not
ever.
talking about that kind of head.
It's tails anyway, so Jeremy gets to go first. So what's your subject for the week in review?
Well, even though I don't play the PC version, I went ahead and chose all this week. Valve has been doing updates to Team Fortress 2 in the references of the spy and the sniper and then the spy. Which if anyone knows how Team Fortress 2 works, they update each class. It's been, I think, one class every 2 or 3 months, maybe. They add, 33 or 36 class-specific achievements, and unlocking those unlocks you new weapons and abilities for each thing, and it makes From what I've seen so far, they've got the weapons that have been, or the upgrades that have been released for the sniper. You get a bow and arrow, which it's not as strong as, say, the sniper rifle that he carries, but it can pin people to walls. I bet that's pretty fun. Yeah.
See, I kind of had heard about the bow and arrow thing, but I didn't know what the deal was, what it was going to be.
Yeah, it released a new game mode too, a new map for the game mode payload. I don't know exactly how payload works because again I don't play the PC version. But,
yeah.
I got a payload for you.
Dad?
Save it for later, baby cakes. And the other updates that the sniper got was something called the Razorback.
Is that like a new melee weapon?
No, it
Sounds like a chainsaw.
It's a shield it's a tribal-looking shield that he wears on his back, and it's got a battery on it, so it's able to influence the back sound.
I remember
really cool.
Zcal talking about that in the chat room the other night. He was kind of describing what it was. Yeah. That actually sounds pretty cool.
They also released the third update today, I think, but it was after all the spy ones, so I'll get to that in a sec. But
okay.
Then they did the spy ones, which you get one weapon, which is called the Dead Ringer Spy Watch, which if someone kills you as a spy, instead of dying, it creates a dummy that dies, and you go invisible for, I think it's 8 seconds.
That's bullshit.
Bullshit,
so
my ass. The spy's hard to
for
do,
other
man.
people that are playing, if you kill that dumb, you're like, oh, I didn't kill the real guy? That's bullshit.
Yeah. That's basically substituting,
I don't know.
Honest point of view.
Again, I don't know how these things work firsthand, so, and the other one was the Cloak and Dagger Watch, which, if anyone's played the Spy on any version of the game, because it's existent through all of it, you'll know of his ability to cloak. but the Cloak and Dagger works a little